Hey guys, today I'm going to show you why upgrading your factory grounds is very important in car audio. Alright, first of all, you see that gray ground strap right there? Well, that is all that connects the engine to the body. Okay, let's see if I can get in here close enough where you guys can see this. This little guy right here. Not much to this. Alright. This is how your alternator's ground is connected to your body. Alternator here connects, the alternator connects through the bracket to the engine. The engine connects to the frame via the motor mounts down there with rubber bushings in them. There's a ground strap running from the engine, back of the engine, to the body. Right there in that bolt, okay? That's how it's getting its ground. Now that body ground has to go through all the different little weld points all throughout the body to get back to wherever you have your amplifier grounded at. That's a lot of points for failure where you can have weak connections. Alright, so underneath here on the frame, you can see the body mounts right there. There's a rubber bushing in there that separates the body from the frame. You see that little strap right there that's connected? A little black guy? That's the ground that's connecting the frame to the body. There's another one right here. This little wire right here connects the frame to the body. So the frame is grounded to the body, but you ain't going to pull hundreds of amps through that. You see what I'm saying? And these rubber bushings right here, that's why these straps are here, is because there's a rubber between the frame and the body to isolate vibrations. That's why they put these in here. So if you're planning on grounding to the frame, well, you better take your ground, you better ground to the frame in the back and then ground to it in the front and use the frame member itself to transfer your ground. Because if you're trying to ground to your frame and then pull off your body, you're going to be pulling through these. Now you can see down here, this blue wire, these two blue wires, that's my grounds. They run all the way from the alternator bracket all the way back to my amplifiers. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about why you have to do that. It's because these things are not capable of doing the job that we are asking them to do. They're capable of doing the job the vehicle needs from the factory, but nothing special other than that. That piece of rubber is just floppy. So those two blue wires that you saw underneath are coming up right here, and they go into my ground distribution, which goes right over to the bracket on my alternator. So I'm getting two solid grounds right there on my alternator, going all the way back to the amplifiers, back to the batteries in the back and the amplifiers. Just one solid copper connection all the way. Now, a lot of people understand the concept of having bigger power wires, but a lot of you guys are having a hard time understanding why grounds are important. Well, power goes both ways. It goes out to the equipment on the power and then comes back on the ground. You have to have as much ground as you have power, or you're not accomplishing anything by putting bigger power wires on. And if you're relying on these little ground straps to do the job, well, you might as well be running your power through something that size. Anyway, having the right amount of grounds on a big build, a car audio build, or a build where you've got lots of lights, or a build where you have winches or heavy equipment that you're operating out of the truck, anything that requires a lot of power, you need to also have the grounds squared away, or else you're not going to see the benefit of the higher output alternator, the bigger batteries, and the big power wires without the grounds. All right, so here we are charging at 14.7, and my resting voltage is around 12. It ain't that high. It's around 12.8. So there you go. That's what we're getting at. To get that power, you got to have the grounds.